Jennifer.
Hi, Maureen.
Today we're going to explore Memowriter. Memowriter is Agency Systems' version of Word documents. They don't necessarily have to be just form letters. They can be email templates. If you get real creative, you can do quote worksheets or any kind of other documentation that you want in a template form. The way you begin is we suggest that you just click on Marketing and then Memowriter. As you see, it brings up a completely blank page. And we have menu bars very similar to Word across the top. File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, and Tools. You can see we have a spell check and a thesaurus. Very similar to Word. We also have other Word-like functions such as bold, italics, underline. You can put borders. You can create tables. You can center things. So we have a lot of functionality in Memowriter that is very similar to Word documents. You can also choose different fonts, the size of the fonts, and if you have a color printer, you can even put color in your documents and print it on a color printer. Even if you send it with email, it can have color in your email, so it's very dynamic. You can also insert your graphic. Would you like to see how to insert your graphic?
I think that would be great.
Okay. Your graphic needs to be in a graphic type file, like a JPEG file. Do you understand what a JPEG file is?
Yeah, that's my picture file.
That's correct. So if you have your logo in a graphic file, you can insert it. It's very simple. You just click on the word Insert and then Graphic. You would have to have your logo stored somewhere that you would remember where it's stored. Here's my logo. You see how that's dropped in? You can center it. I know. You can center it if you want to. You can put it on the other side. See how that works? You can size it, make it larger or smaller. Okay?
All right.
All right, so once you have your logo centered or whatever, and you want to put, say, your address down here, okay? Jennifer, would you just simply type in your address for me? Okay. All right. You might want this a little smaller, or you might want it in bold. It's really up to you as to how you want your letterhead to look, and you want it to mimic exactly what you have on your stationery if you have printed stationery. Okay? Of course, you put the phone number and any of that information in there. From here, you would probably want to insert today's date. We have a merge field that has, when you bring up the merge codes, you can see that it brings up a menu. We have all kinds of information about your agency, the client information that is going to import from agency systems, policy information such as numbers and the name of the code, expiration dates. The dates are under what we call miscellaneous. So you would probably put the month, the day, and the year. You would probably want to put a space between the merge field codes or any kind of punctuation like a comma. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. There's another way to get to the merge fields. You can right-click and insert a merge field, and it brings up the menu this way also. So this time we're going to insert the client. You would want the name, the address, the city, the state, and the zip. But we've simplified it for you. We have an address block, and when you put that address block merge code in, it captures all of that information about your client. You can also put a regarding, and this may be something that you want to merge in about the policy. You might want the policy number and maybe the class name or the line of business name. And you might want an expiration date. This time, I want it lined up in my letter.
Good old tab button, huh?
Yep, the great tab button. It works great. So now we would put our salutation. Again, we would go back to our merge field, contacts, and I would just want his first name. And maybe a colon. Here, this would be the body of the email, but my suggestion would be to create a blank. And this blank can be the beginning of any form letters and or emails, because this is a great format for emails. This would capture your logo, the date, salutation, and ending, beginning and ending of any kind of email template that you want to do. Okay, this would end your letter here. So whatever ending you prefer. From here you can insert again. This time you could choose the CSR under the client, the CSR's name, or you can just choose the operator. The operator's name would be here, so this would be whoever was logged in to agency systems. You can also include their email address on your letter or email template. Okay, Jennifer, do you have any questions about merge fields?
No, that seems very easy to use.
Okay. The next step is one of those very, very important things you need to remember. On a template, you want to lock your template. So you want to go to File and Lock. This locks the template so that your merge fields aren't overwritten. This would be like a blank letter. We'll just name the category letterhead so that we would know that it has a few merge fields, but it is truly just a blank letter. Okay. So any questions about email or form letter templates?
Nope, not at this time.
All right. To create it on the client, you would just bring up your client, bring up your policy, go to Policy Express, create an item, go to Memo. Now you have to find your library letter. File, Open, Library, find your letterhead, and then right-click and merge. You can see that it captures all the information from agency systems.
Looks great.
This is the next important thing you need to remember when you're saving a memo or a letter to a client. You go to File and Save As. This gives you the ability to say this is a renewal letter or a welcome letter. And it captures it and saves it to this policy. From here, you can certainly print the letter. You can even email it. So if you email it as a document, it becomes the body of your email. See how beautiful this email is? It even captures your logo.
Yeah.
If you prefer the letter to be a document, you can simply go to File and Mail it as a PDF, and it becomes the document. Either method works great. Okay, Jennifer, do you have any questions at all about creating your templates?
No, this looks super easy and very handy.
One last thing. If you wanted to create another letter, you would just simply copy all of this, plus your logo. You would just copy it by selecting all, copy it, click on New, and then paste it in to create your next letter. You would insert the body of your letter, and then you would lock this one and give it a name. So
it carries. So in that one, it carries over the merge field, or is it just the names of the clients?
You can actually go back up here to Memowriter, go up to File, Open, your library, go to Letterhead, edit.
Do the same thing.
Yes, and this captures the template so that you don't have to remember the spacing and everything for your letter. So you just use it over and over again once you get when you position all the merge fields and everything. You may want to print it a couple of times to see if it'll fold into a window envelope.
Okay.
Okay, Jennifer, if you have no more questions, I guess that will conclude our Memowriter training.
Well, thank you, Maureen. I'd just like to say that at mynewtoneducation.com, we have samples and libraries of these templates and for both letters and emails if anyone is interested. So please contact us there at www.mynewtoneducation.com if you're interested.
Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate your time.
Have a great day.
You too.